So I am really excited. This is my first live, I believe, just by myself, and I've gotten
So I
inspired
am really excited. This is my
by some of my YouTube friends. So I am going to start doing these once a week, offering sound healing and talking about just topics of the week and topics that we all might want have some expanded awareness around or and some shift around. So I'm hoping we get some people on here and we can really be active and get the live chats going. And if there's anything that you would like sound healing for, whether it's within the topic or just something that you're having a hard time with just today, put it in the chats. I'm happy to do some sound healing for that. And just know that you're not going to be the only one. Like you stepping up and saying, I could use this is helping others too. So, let's see, there's someone watching. So who's watching? So if you could just put yourself in the chat, say hi. Um, got one participant. Um, Again, I'm kind of new to this, guys, so I just welcome to the chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, say something. I'm just going to say hi, guys. All right, so I guess I'm going to start, and hopefully these will build. All right, beautiful people. It is kind of tough because I have a 10-second delay and I'm watching myself. So I had to put myself on mute and I'm kind of watching myself in the delay. It's a little distracting, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. So beautiful people, here we go. The topic is overwhelm. And I know a lot of us can experience overwhelm in lots of different areas of our life. And in the awakening journey, uh, overwhelm seems to come without outside influences, right? Like, life seems pretty okay, and we're feeling this overwhelm. Or we're at work, or we're busy, or we're feeling overwhelmed with our children and our parenting role. What are you feeling overwhelmed with right now? I know we just had a big new moon, we had a big eclipse, and sometimes people can feel overwhelmed with that. And so, what are you feeling overwhelmed with this week? So, one of the things I wanted to talk about today is the roots of overwhelm. What really is overwhelm? Now, there's a few perspectives I've learned, and then there's a few perspectives that I've become aware of. And so I want to jump into all of them and see which one is true for you. So the first one is this is kind of funny thing. This is an access consciousness point of view that if you're overwhelmed, add something more to your plate. I know it's kind of the opposite of what we think, but if you're overwhelmed, add something more to your plate, and all of a sudden, you become more efficient and you start lining up your time so that you can get everything in. And so sometimes we're just not busy enough. And I've definitely experienced that. Have you experienced that? Like when you get busier, you seem to have less overwhelm and you seem to be more productive. So I've definitely experienced that. Sometimes we're not living our dharma or living our purpose. We're not doing what our soul really wants to do, right? I've seen this with my husband, having bouts of depression and stuff when he was just doing art, but yet now he's creating several businesses at a time and he's doing art and he is just a go-getter these days and not overwhelmed anymore. So it definitely worked for him. And I've seen it work for myself is that when I'm overwhelmed and I can feel density and I just feel like, oh, what's next? Oh my God, I can't breathe. I'm overwhelmed. When I add more to my plate, I get inspired and I get on fire and I get everything lined up and I get more efficient. So that is a really cool practice. So see if that's true for you. If you're overwhelmed, see if you add more to your plate and see if that helps. All right, I don't see anyone in the chat yet, but I'm excited to chat with someone. And so again, I'd love to, after talking about this topic, I'd love to offer some sound healing. So if you could use some sound healing, uh, be sure to let me know in the chat what you would like. All right, so the second perspective on overwhelm, especially in when we start waking up to the idea that, hey, I'm overwhelmed, but this isn't all mine. So there is another practice called return to sender, clear and cut, cancel out, right? So as we awaken, we start to realize that we are kind of these vibrational magnets for things. And we can start in the beginning of awakening, we can start like taking on energies that aren't even ours. Okay, like our specific lives. Um, if we tune into the collective energy, if we tune into the neighbors, and I have a lot of videos on my channel about courting. When we cord into certain collective stories, or we cord into being part of a form and structure, like our neighbors and our neighborhood and school systems and financial systems and business systems. When we have a form and structure that we buy into, it's very easy to cord into them. And when we're cording them, we energetically siphon energy back and forth. So what I've noticed is that it's really important to let that energy go and to cut the cords. And a really simple practice is just saying, return to sender, return it back to sender. But even a more effective practice that I've become aware of is that I cut the cords from those forms and structures. Now, this was really evident several months ago when there was a few deaths happening in some old communities that I was part of in my past. And I really started to cord into and, get on social media with everyone and really give my sympathy and really hold the grief and cord it into all of what people were going through. By the end of the night, I was so overwhelmed with grief and almost depression. It was so heavy. And then it occurred to me, boom, just light bulb went off. It occurred to me, oh my gosh, I had corded into all these communities and all these people in grief all day long. And I literally cut the cords and sent the energy back and immediately felt better. Guys, what if that could be your awareness and your choice to release the energy could be that effective? My husband was standing right there. It was like magic. It was like one of those magical energetic moments. It's all true, but you're like, wow, this happened so fast. I cut the cords, wished everyone well, and cut the cords from those stories and forms and structure that were happening around grief. And immediately, within 2 minutes, felt better and lighter. And it was just like I was being smushed down by this energetic of grief, and it just popped up. It was really amazing, guys. So these two practices, I really suggest if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, um, give these two things a try. All right, the third thing I want to talk about is, see, at first, let's check the chats. Anyone in there? Okay, these are going to grow, and I'm so excited to do these once a week and just grow these chats and really offer, just really potent talks and sound healing for everybody. So if you're seeing this on the replay, be sure to come in and join the live chats and participate in the sound healing and the conversations. I'd love to have you. Let me see if I've got this all going right. Yeah, okay. All right, beautiful people. So the third thing I wanted to say about overwhelm is that the energetic root is sometimes we get overwhelmed when we're not being true, when we're not being true to our spirit. And if you are still working from a soul reality, you may not be being true to your soul, your karma. Okay. Now, there's ways to release karma and detach from your form and structure around the soul and go into the spirit and source self. And even when you are there at source self, there's are you being true? Are you being true to the light of lights through you, to the vibration that you've raised yourself to? Or are you going into something that's more dense, perhaps of a belief system that that's how you have to make your money, or a belief system is that's how you have to be part of this person's life, or you have to do this role this way. And there may be some forms and structures and past programming and belief systems that need to be cleared for that to really clear. But another energetic root of overwhelm is this, am I being true to myself? And if you ask that question and it's super, like, expands you out, that means, like, yeah, there's something untrue here. Okay. Overwhelm is heavy. It's anxious and heavy and contracts us and it's dense. So, overwhelm means we're just not living in alignment with our highest frequency. So, if you think about the other two things I talked about, right? Is it someone else's energy? Is it, am I not living up to my potential? It's really all about energetically, it's all about not being in alignment with basically our frequency. And so I really see everything as a vibration. And so, in all these three examples of the vibrational roots of overwhelm, we can see that whenever we're not whenever we're participating in areas of our lives that are not in alignment with our highest vibration, we start to feel sensation. And that one of the sensations is overwhelm. Can also be negativity. It also could be hopelessness. It also could be anger. It could be blame. It could be shame. It could be, it just starts, going down the line with the lower frequency. So if you catch it at overwhelm, that's overwhelm's a little mid-range higher on the vibrational scale. So if you can catch it at overwhelm before it drops into frustration and anger and blame and shame and disempowerment, power to you. And so, as we go through our awakening journey and our advanced awakening journey, we can catch these things quicker. And can we have um, the awareness and then the ability to make a quick choice to change it up? So, I got a comment from someone yesterday who's having a pretty rough time. And so it could be overwhelm. It could just be overwhelmed with the density. It could just be, if we're all the way down in disempowerment and depression, uh, there's been a lot of warning signs before that, hey, you're not in alignment with your vibration. And so if we're down in hopelessness, despair, disempowerment, how do we release that density? First, sit with it. Okay. And you can use these tools too that I'm talking about with overwhelm, with that kind of density as well. You can just ask, who does this belong to? And whatever energy is not in alignment with my highest self, return it to sender. Okay. And then ask also the depression and these lower frequencies is this true? Am I being true to me? Am I being true to my highest alignment with this that I'm feeling right now? And it's really a choice. It's a choice to have something different. It's a choice that you're feeling crappy enough and misaligned enough. It's a choice to want something different. And once you make that choice, the awareness comes. And when you become aware of the contrast of where you are and where you want to go and the gap in between, then you start to realize this is the awareness. This is what's here. These are the feelings that are here. This is what belongs to what. This is what I have to do. And then all of a sudden, from that awareness comes a whole slew of possibilities, possibilities that, again, you have to make a choice from. So perhaps a choice to watch a video like this with some broader perspective and some modalities of healing on it. Perhaps is to go meet some high vibe people and go into a group that elevates you. Perhaps it's to go read a book that inspires you into a different action. But one thing is for sure, if you are wanting something different, you have to do something different. You have to choose something different. And so I love the Albert Einstein, excuse me. I love the Albert Einstein saying, a true form of insanity is expecting something different, but doing nothing different. I think it's something like that. But basically, it's like you can't have something different if you're not willing to choose something different. So, for the guy who left the, forget his name, but who left the comment yesterday, you know, I feel the struggle. I feel the density and the heaviness. And he was asking for help. So I'm going to do a sound healing. And if he tunes into this and wants to receive this, then uh, that would be great. Because he asked for help. And so I'm on this live offering help. But help really comes from us choosing something different and then being aware of who we are guided to. And so perhaps he's asking for something different and then guided here where we're doing some alignment stuff. So do we have anyone here? All right. So if you're watching, please let me know you're here in the chats. I'm going to be doing these every week and going to be offering spontaneous sound healing. We're going to have conversations about energetic topics and how you can move along in your awakening and ascension journey. So um, I'm going to have them probably around this kind of afternoon time between 12 and 2. Um, maybe on a Friday. I don't know. I just listened yesterday to a video by Phil Good, and he was just talking about being kind of spontaneous. And these days, I feel kind of spontaneous too. I kind of flow into the energy. So just definitely watch your what are they? The indicators, whatever they're called, indicators of when I'm going live, and I'll try to plan them to give a better heads up. But all right. So if you're here watching, let me see a comment. Who are you? We just talked about overwhelm. We're about to go into some sound healing. Do you have anything besides a sense of overwhelm and coming into a vibrational alignment that you would like to have sound healing for? Just let me know in the comments. Anyone? Anyone? Okay. So overwhelm. Overwhelm is basically letting us know we're not in alignment with our highest source self. And the lower we go in frequency with lower feelings of a disempowerment, anger, grief, um, powerlessness, the lower we go with that, the more we disregard some of the messaging that's been happening. But the longer we are on our awakening journey, the more we can catch it. Okay, so our wisdom and intuition body start to let us know sooner. The light bulb goes off before depression hits. Okay. I really like working with this map called the Emotional Guidance Scale by Esther Hicks. It's really cool. It's pretty linear, and it doesn't sometimes work that linear, but the cool part is you can start to see and you can start to fine tune your frequencies by just the sensation of feeling and emotion that you have. And if you can catch it before it gets too deep and dense, sometimes it's a little easier to move. But that awareness will start to open up and become more clear on your awakening journey. So, how about we do some sound healing around that? Let's do some sound healing on getting in touch with the awareness that takes to feel and sense when we have left the frequency of our source self. So I'm going to sing with that intention, okay? And if you have anything else that you would like sound healing with, let me know in the comments. And I'll just do a little bit and do a little chat, do a little bit of sound healing, do a little chat. Okay, so here we go. I'll just put in the chat in case anyone comes. Doing a little sound healing for overwhelm and to increase awareness. Awareness, let me spell right, of when the alignment with source self is wobbly. Okay. Please put anything else you would like sound healing for. All right, so I have a really cool channel here. Let's see, where is it? Nature Dog Realms is with us. So I'm so thrilled she's here. Nature Dog Realms, you got to check her channel out. She does dogs, TV for dogs. It's just an awesome channel. So be sure to check her channel out. So here I go. I'm just going to offer a little bit of toning to help us with overwhelm and to come back up to a higher frequency, and also to help us become more aware when we get wobbly and come down out of source energy. So let it help with all that. So here we go. And so just receive as much as you want to receive. Yeah, that's nice. It's really cleared everything. So guys, that was a short little sound healing. On my channel, I do have like an hour long, 40 minutes long. I think I even have an 8 hour sound healing with different topics. So definitely check those out. And let me know in these lives what you would like. Would you like the sound healing live to be longer? You know, would you like it to be like a half hour long or an hour long? Would you like shorter ones and we could go into, doing different topics? So let me know in the comments of the chat what you'd like. And hmm, you're welcome. Um, so let me know as we build this what you would like and what would work for you. So beautiful beings, have a beautiful, beautiful day. And if you know of any mamas who are overwhelmed and struggling, I have some new programs that I'm doing for moms of teens and tweens. I'm going to put the link in the descriptions. I have a free webinar coming up on Monday, June 14th at 6 p.m. on Mountain Standard Time. And I also have a 3 module course to really help moms of teens get resourced here again and find their joy again. And I also have coming a whole 30-day sound healing, voice sound healing program for people. So I will put all those links in the description. Lots of cool stuff I'm creating. I'm so excited. And I'm so excited to get these lives built up and really um, offer this contribution to YouTube and whoever else wants to watch it. So thank you. Thank you, Christine with Nature Dog Realms. Definitely go check her channel out. And I will see you next week for next week's live. Also in the comments, please put some topics that you would like some clarity around, some healing around, some awareness around. Put that in the comments. And I'd be happy to do a live on it. Okay. Namaste.